Oop, shit. Wait. Whoopsie doodle. Alright, that's about enough of that. Hey guys, how's it going? What's going on? It's me, it's Tech. How you guys doing? I forgot how that worked for a second. Go figure. Let me see. I don't think there's any particular housekeeping that I wanted to do beforehand. And and wouldn't you know it, I always have things that I want to talk about, and then I just forget. Whatever. Here, why don't I go talk about this? It is currently. Ooh, how long has it been? About 5 days since the Fate Grand Order anniversary event happened. The 8th anniversary event happened. With the release of Aishk the Savior. Ooh, wow, hey. And if you follow me on Twitter and or Blue Sky, you know how that went for me. As you may or may not be able to tell from my tone, it was not great. But hey, we got it. I didn't go broke yet. And I didn't use all my quartz. Now, technically I did, I just didn't pick up any of the, they gave us like 100 quartz before the, oh, it's still in the extra menu. Weird. They gave us 100 quartz before the thing started, and like I have some pieces saved. Listen. What's important is that I got mine. And I am moderately more prepared, I guess is the word I'll use, for what's to come in, I don't know, a week or two. Oh boy, that summer event. At least it's not like last year's. Actually, it probably will be longer than a week or two because we still have to go through last year's first. Still. That's one thing, and this is another. I've actually been itching to get back into Hollow Ataraxia. As of very recently, I've been every time I get done with it, I'm like, oh man, I wish I could. And like, there's kind of things that I want to do. There's things that I want to do off camera, namely like the Eclipse thing, because I don't think I technically have it done in this timeline. Ooh, because there was weird like save shenanigans that happened some time ago. I wish this would stop moving so weird. Tightening it, it's just meh. Whatever. Anyway, I don't know. Stretching this out will only make me tired earlier in the thing, so why don't we get started? Back in the week. This is gonna be one of those weird things where like I start at the last day, and now there's some extra, unless it's a really short loop after this. But who's to say? Anyway, so this is obviously the important one, and I really would not mind hanging out with them, but I do. The 4th day, though. Next loop. The next loop I can do that. Let's see what the caster's up to. What are you up to fancy old lady? Here, I brought the one you asked for. Cookie crumble blueberry rare cheesecake, was it? Good work. Here, the money. Caster took the triangular crate without looking back, casually handing me a 500 yen coin. That's not quite enough. It was like 80 more yen than that. Hey! No good. She's not listening. I have no choice but to just eat my own share. Mine is the clerk's recommendation. Banana with fresh chocolate caramel cream. Delicious. Now I wish I had a treat. This is really tasty. Even considering how hungry I was, it's superb. Wish I had my own little delicious sweet treat. Even the name is excessively long. These crepes they make nowadays sure have a lot of the taste of extravagance to them. I only thought about it after leaving, but that food cart seems to have a good reputation. I think Sakura might have mentioned it before. Even though it seems abnormally high in calories, it's easy on the stomach. Sakura had better avoid it. Now then. Castor, on the other hand, stuffs her mouth greedily as if the taste is unimportant. Crushes the wrapper into a ball and throws it behind her. Ugh. I let it aside while catching her garbage, and lovingly sent it into the waste bin with an overhead shot. She's glued to a van parked across the street, secretly spying on two people walking together a little further away. Oh. The first, Castor's silent husband, Souichirou. The other, my unfaithful older sister figure and teacher, Fujimura Taiga. They're technically work associates, I guess. Yeah. Come to think of it, while on the way to meet Issei at the temple, I was caught by this witch, forced to stand at my appointment, and have been marching around the city like this for about an hour and a half. Issei's probably furious right now. And mad at Castor, too. Before I realized it, somehow I've left Miyama City in the middle of Shinto. We made our way across the big bridge, moving from pillar to pillar on the roadway to hide ourselves? All while being continually peppered with blaring car and truck horns. There's no way. There's no way Kuzuki doesn't know we're failing him. If those two hadn't noticed this already, I can't help but think there's some sort of magic at work. Yeah. Taiga maybe, like, it gets caught up in, like, a vibe, and she doesn't notice us, but Kuzuki was trained as an assassin. He knows. The saying, a young maiden is blinded by love, seems to hold true. I don't think that's what's going on. Why does that feel off somehow? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe it's something to do with the phrase young maiden? No, that's not it. Along with the target, we continue to move forward. I poke Castor's shoulder as she's standing in the shadow of a bus schedule sign. Hey Castor? I'm still not entirely sure what the point of this whole tracking operation is. No response. Hey Castor? Again, no response. Hey Cassie, come on already. Ah! Fuck! Heel of your heel is breaking my shin. The high-pitched voice. Innocent bolero jacket wearing young wife. Oh, what's this? Were you saying something? Well, it's just, could you possibly share with me one more time why we've been roped into your little stalker roleplay? Little? She grabs me by the neck and pulls me in front of her underneath the shadow of the plaza's object d'art. A blue flame can be seen burning in her eyes. I can tell. You don't have very good memory, do you? It should be obvious. I'm keeping an eye on that adulteress. I must guard Souichirou-sama from any misfortune and prevent him from doing anything he may regret. I'm telling you, that's the part I don't understand. Yeah, but you know that's Taiga Fujimura over there, right? Yes. Why else would I have her guardian here? Her guardian? Here to take her into custody. Guardian? Custody? Is Fujini some kind of heinous criminal? Well, I'm not going to disagree that I look after her. The problem lies somewhere else. Next to her, that's Kuzuki-sensei, right? Indeed, it is Souichirou-sama. You mentioned something about misfortune and doing things he may regret? Meaning, how foolish. Obviously, I was referring to the situation that naturally occurs when a man and woman are alone together. Listen. I know yours was kind of meaningful to you, but Aphrodite doesn't normally do that to men and women standing next to each other. Maybe it's too early for a boy like you to understand. So you're insinuating that... Souichirou-sama is heading inside the building. Let's go. Walk! Ow, ow, ow! I'm led by the neck at a bent posture from hiding place to hiding place while stealthily following them. On the other side of the street, a kid with a family points at us and laughs. What do you think you're looking at, child? I'll turn you into a pig. Ew. Don't say things like that with such a serious look in your face. Wait, calm down, Caster. Listen, as far as I know, here in Fuyuki City, no, maybe even all of Western Japan, the last person you'd ever need a marital investigation, quote-unquote, household search, or whatever, is none other than Miss Fujimura Taiga you see before you. Here in Fuyuki City, maybe even all of us, the last person you'd ever need, yeah. I would have said, personally, I would have said, okay. Achoo! Yeah. Even my boss's daughter at work would be more realistic than Fujini. Achoo! What's this, Neko-kun? Caught a cold? It's a good idea to drink at times like these. Alcoholics. Huh? That's strange. Which one was which? No. No, whatever the case, it's just unrealistic. But even after my insistent explanation, Caster's eyes don't show even a trace of understanding. You're trying to insist that this tigress is harmless? However, the fact of those two setting such an obvious tryst on display makes you not convincing in the slightest. I'm telling you, that's... Come to think of it, what is Fujini doing? I thought she just wandered off early this morning. Well, I think it has to do with work, preliminary inspections or something. Today's supposed to be a day off for her, Murahara. If he's doing extra work or overtime, Souichirou-sama tells me without fail. Oh, that's a newlywed for you. How considerate. Why, yes, he certainly is. I'll be late. Eat without me, please. He would... Oh. I'll be late. Eat without me, please. He would say. Huh. In Fujini's case, overtime means... Shirou, pork cutlet, lunchbox with cabbage, extra large portion on the double. How I envy you. I too wish I could gaze upon Souichirou-sama as he works. During class, does Souichirou-sama speak? Well, if he didn't talk, then it wouldn't be much of a lecture. That sounds so nice. What does? Listening to him in class. It must be such a sweet and pleasant way to pass the time. I don't know. I mean, it's an ethics class. I hope he... Yeah, as expected, because Kuzuki-sensei doesn't seem to talk much at home. There is untapped comedy being had here that is frequently mentioned, but like I just want to reiterate it. And I really do wish that Hollow Ataraxia mentioned it at some point. The fucking assassin who is trained to kill one person in particular is teaching an ethics class. Anyway, whatever. It's not important. Castor doesn't seem unsatisfied, but deep down she probably wants to hear his voice more often. Alright, then treat this as a rehearsal. Let's go and greet them, just like we would heading into the staff room. Then, no sooner than I start walking, my arm is pulled back. Ah, the strength of a servant. Even in Castor class. Turning around, I see Castor shaking her head vehemently from left to right. No, absolutely not. Why not? Ignorant child. A wife should await the return of her husband and... The moment Castor raises her voice, Kuzuki-sensei abruptly turns around. Sensei, do you have hay fever? I hear it's tough even out of these days. I don't have any problems, though. No. Just for a moment, I thought I heard a familiar voice. The more people gossip, the worse Fallen gets, you know. Is that a new urban legend? Too close. Oh, that's right. New DR ships that are out. So you really do have doubts about Kuzuki-sensei. Hiding behind a shop's clothing display, Castor scowls. I never said anything of the sort. And so you don't want your husband to know you have those doubts about him. Got it. Whatever happened to you? I seem to recall you having a more charming docility to you, boy. By which you mean gullibility? That's a little upsetting. They say you should take a fresh look at a man you haven't seen for even 3 days. I've changed. My house has turned into a den of schemers. Spend enough time there, and whether you like it or not. Really, what could those two be doing? She's not even paying attention anymore. Oh, they're moving again. Castor? She's not listening. And she's gone. I wonder if we're going to see that bot again today. Seriously though, I am getting hungry. I think it's about time I go home. Castor turns around in a flash, sinking her nails into my shoulder. Just hold on one moment. That hungry character act is only cute when Saber does it. For a man, it's just unsightly. Well then, good luck on the rest. Wait! Holding onto my leg, Castor gets pulled along, sliding across the smooth floor like a snow sled. I disregard her and walk briskly. I'm glad I chose this one already. It's not like I don't understand your worries, Castor, but it's not a good hobby following people around like this. What? Shocked at seeing Castor sitting formally on her knees and in tears, I finally stopped moving. What if I keep following them by myself? I would look suspicious. Or maybe even like a mistress trying to have an illicit love affair with someone else's husband. You actually think that? But come on, it's not that bad. The only risk is a bit of police questioning. Don't be embarrassed. All you have to do is come right out and say it. That's right, Castor. Nothing to hide, nothing to fear. That's stupid. Anyway. I'm Kuzuki Medea, that man's legitimate wife. Just like that. Casta was in the midst of staggering, but she suddenly lifts her head. Encore une fois? What? How do you know French? You're Greek. French? Kuzuki Medea? Kuzuki Medea. It's so nice. Perfect. That's it. Kuzuki Medea. I must have Assassin carve that into a nameplate when I get back. Hang on, you're still a freeloader there, you know. Caster's twirling about like a spinning top with both arms wide open. Everyone, I am Kuzuki Medea. Kuzuki Medea. Cute. You're shining, Caster. But you've also become a suspicious person for real now. Actually, she seems to be about her wit's end. Just one more little poke and all it takes for... Just one more little poke might be all it takes for her to blow her top. Huh? Where'd Fujini and Kuzuki-sensei go? That damn tigress. She gave me the slip. They're coming back. Down! A little pathetic how accustomed I've gotten to hiding myself at this point. Both of them are retracing their steps, returning from the shopping mall's restaurant area. Sorry for making you out. I hope I haven't upset you. Walking doesn't bother me at all. That's a relief. Don't worry. We'll get it right this time for sure. In the end, the two of them leave the shopping mall and head off in search of their next destination. Now that I look at them, all of the restaurants are completely crowded during the holiday lunch hour. However, not so packed that you couldn't sit two more people. They've been following this pattern for a while now, haven't they? Just before they got into a store, they turn and leave. It's not like anything was closed. Anyway. Oh. Oh? Boy? Is that? I'd like to graduate from boy any time now. In that case, Junior. Junior, huh? Caster's pointing at the exit of an Italian chain restaurant. Sparrows? There are 3 girls wearing school uniforms. The 3 I didn't hang out with her today. Yep. It's Segusa and her friends. Seems like they're on the way to or from club activities. Caster's expression becomes grim. As I thought, they're trying to stay out of sight. Boy? Junior? Why are you hiding all of a sudden? Finally decided to flee? She gives me a cold look as I cling to the back of the escalator. No. As much as I'd like to go, I have my own circumstances. If those girls see the two of us together like this, explaining things could get complicated. Why? Shirou, why? Why, Shirou? It's not like you're only seen with 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 other women at a time. Caster bites her lip. You men are such... Oh, crap. Looks like I've gone and made things complicated anyway. Damn it. Whose fault does she think this is? Let's hurry. They can't have gone far. Why don't we wait a little longer? Once again, she briskly pulls me along by the scruff of my neck. I'm exposed, naked to the public view. Oh, shit. Behind me, I feel like I can hear Medea's, "Oh, tomorrow." Makidera, "Oh, tomorrow the morning newspaper's front page is mine." And Seigu says, what is it, Maki-chan? And Himura's, Oh, no, wait, that's right. I forgot the names. Tomorrow the morning newspaper front page is mine. Seigu says, what is it, Maki-chan? And Himura's, But now's not the time to worry about that. Where the hell did they go? Now that we've run as far as halfway around the mall, she starts yelling at the parking lot security guard. She really doesn't care how she looks anymore, does she? Oh, isn't that them? Right this moment, the two of them have just climbed up the long staircase of what looks to be a cottage-style store and are disappearing inside the door. Isn't that a coffee shop? Seems so. Ugh, what a relief. Not. Oh. Isn't that a coffee shop? Seems so. What a relief. It's not a love hotel. Oh. I was right the first time. Now let's go. Yeah, of course. I value my bangs. And to tell you the truth, I value my life even more. Gee, that mysterious blade sure is sharper than you'd expect. Sharp enough to sever contracts. And such. Hey! I know this background. This is the background from the maid thing. Hold on. I'm gonna give future me some time to crop this. For future use, just in case. Anyway. That should be it. Okay. With precise timing, we slip through the shop's open door right as another customer is leaving. The waitress attempts to greet us, but becomes completely rigid after the first syllable. It's almost as if she was stared down by a rider. Behind Castor, I put my index finger to my mouth and appeal to the waitress with desperate eyes. If not for that, I'm afraid she may have mistaken us for a duo of robbers and reported us to the authorities. Fortunately, that doesn't happen. In any case, we're customers. We have no intention of causing any trouble. Could you please show us the most inconspicuous seating arrangement? Please don't worry too much about this woman. I try my best to explain this all with gestures. The result is that my sincerity and enthusiasm seem to reach the waitress, and she leads us to a table situated as far from the other customers as possible. Thanks to that, she hasn't come back to take our orders. I look around the tidy interior of the shop and see that Fujini and Kusugi-sensei are situated diagonally across the room from us, next to a window. Thanks to a thick pillar standing in the middle of the room, they haven't noticed us. I hope. The ambiance is that of a true coffee shop, calm and relaxing. We may be able to overhear the conversation if we listen carefully. Nice positioning. Your order? Sometime after the two of us sit down, a waiter, okay. Your order finally decides to show up at our table. I scan through the menu in a hurry. Ale. Restlessly eavesdropping on our target's conversation, Castor rudely gives her selection with her back still turned. Is that going to be ginger ale? Absolutely nothing with ginger in it. In that case, wine. I'm very sorry, madame. If you want to order any alcoholic beverages, you will have to wait until after 5 p.m. The shop has nothing then? Fine, water will do. This store is known for its black teas, so... The waiter's also trying hard, it seems. As for me, I'd like to get out of doing battle with this menu. That's devoid of explanation as soon as possible. At least I know what assassin and Sam and Kimun are. But what the heck are Nuwara Aya and Lapsang Sushang? Local greetings? Newcomer servants? Not quite yet. As someone with an interest in cooking, my curiosity is piqued. If I may, we have an Irish-style blend, which was made especially for today, and... He's just colored water. It's all the same. Would you mind just being quiet for a minute? If you want your order, that boy over there will have 2 or 3 cups of something. Ugh, cruel. It's too much. She owes tea lovers everywhere an apology, and me while she's at it. A word if I may, ma'am. Did you know that in Ireland they say that tea is thicker than blood? Oi, Wait a minute. That's right, you tell her. That's the first time I've heard that saying. Wait. Well, oi, you? I think I may have put on the wrong accent. I look up from my menu in a panic and... Ah, I knew it! He kept pushing Ireland. Fuck. Oh, it was obvious. You ain't ordering or anything, but you still want to order me around like you're a real customer, do ya? Was it this ear ignoring me, My answer! The one holding Castor up by her ear is unmistakably Lancer. Yeah, you guys are actually pretty smooth, ain't ya? There's some kind of secret meeting behind your man's back? No, that's not it. No, that's not it. What a thoughtless thing to say. I would never. Answer. Change jobs again? It's a good look. It's a really good look. My recollection is extremely vague on this matter, but as I remember it, Lancer was working somewhere else. Yeah, the manager at the last pegs begged me in tears. My home base got the flowers and stuffed toys and stuff I got a severance pay lying all over the place. I see. Isn't that just making him clean up? He was a florist, and in the future I can expect him at a toy store. Understood. I don't care. Just get your dirty fingers off of me. Whoops, my bad. Wanted to try feeling those ears, just once. Yeah, I do get what you mean, Lancer. Right? I reach out a hand instinctively and Castor's ears twitch. No, they didn't do that. They moved! I didn't see it, no! How rude. Souichirou was the only one who could touch my ears. Oh? He's touched them, has he? Shut your mouth, you stray mutt! Mongrel! Purr! Dogs that can't be tamed should be chopped up and used as shark bait. They use gas chambers nowadays. That's fine as well. That's the spirit, Miss Witch. Now ain't you acting more like yourself? I need to put more gruff into it. Now then, you ain't actually gonna tell me you came here to order water, right? Castor and I suddenly come to our senses and look at each other. Bringing up the menu as a shield, we quickly hide our faces behind it. Looks like there's some noisy customers today. And after we went through all the trouble of trying to find a place that looked quiet. By the way, how does that noodleberry taste, Sensei? It's nigiri. Nilgiri? Hold on. Yeah, it's nilgiri. They didn't notice us, I think? Apparently not. Castor's face comes very close to mine, and I can see that she's broken into a cold sweat. Though she's been crying and fuming for the last while, now that I look closely at her, she really is an unbelievable beauty. Would someone really leave a wife like this alone to go fooling around with another woman? Kujini, much less? What are you two doing? Don't want another customer to spot you? Answer smirks as he watches us. Actually, the truth is... Don't say anything you don't need to. Okay, boy. Order anything you like. We'll look suspicious otherwise. This time you're going to pay for it, right? We'll take separate bills, obviously. I didn't come here for a date with you, boy. Then what are you here to do? Commit a crime? How about this? It's a Kenyan and Rwandan blend. I tried it. It's pretty good. Fine, we'll go with that. 2 of them. Castor tries to shoo Lancer away. With staggering rudeness. Understood. Just one moment, please. Lancer steps back in a well-mannered fashion. He's acting like a genuine waiter. He's so courteous, it makes me wonder if he isn't more suited towards the service industry. Just as I'm about to forget he's a servant, the numbers on the menu bring reality crashing down on me. 1 7 circle. Huh? 1,700 yen? There are beverages that are expensive enough to have commas in their prices? That's about $17. It's probably more than that, or less than that, but like still. I guess they provide us with a whole pot, but one cup still shouldn't cost more than 500 yen. Not to mention the bottom of the menu is filled with prices over 2,000 yen. They drink several servings of this a day? Ireland. What a crazy, amazing country. That explains how cheap junk food like fish and chips became a staple in their diet. All the money's going to their fucking tea. Now then, I concentrate on listening into the conversation at the table of the two in question. As usual, Kuzuki-sensei isn't saying anything, while Fujini's talking up a storm. Still, something seems fairly completely out of place with her tone. There's tension mixed in with her voice, like she doesn't know how to bring up what she really wants to talk about. Shit. Caster throws him a glance while stooping downward. Up until now, it seems like they've been avoiding places with their students or others who may know them. Don't you agree? I guess. Probably? Though with the mistakes Fujini tends to make, she could just have easily have gone looking for a restaurant and ended up at a laundromat. Is that even possible? Happened before. She could have been lured in by a grand opening sale sign or something. That couldn't possibly be the reason. If there's any deeper reasons than that, it would mean that everything I ever knew about the specimen of Homo sapiens known as Fujini has been wrong. Then, when she came out of that model shop shouting, it wasn't because the epoxy was sold out. What? They stopped at a model shop? That's right. Epoxy? Why Souichirou someone with a woman like that? Esther bites her nails. No, like I said, don't look that deep into it. Wasn't sold out. This is a good track too. Even though this is a high-class shop, I've never been so uncomfortable. Fujini, this is all because you didn't take any action early on to clear up this misunderstanding. Quickly, start saying something teacherish. Anything! I'm depending on you! Then, right next to my elbow that's resting on the table as I pray, a face reappears. It'll get cold. That's her. When did... I didn't even notice you. Steam rises from the cups as Lancer sets up tea for two without so much as making a sound. Who do you think I am? I'm the son of the Light of Ulster, the waiter of the King's Spear. Drink up before it gets bitter. You mean to tell me you brewed this? Sorry, you mean to tell me you brewed this? Like I just said, I'm the waiter. The brewing was done by that spooky old man hiding back in the kitchen. Lancer squats surreptitiously near the table to narrow his eyes. Your targets are those customers? It's Kuzuki, ain't it? The atmosphere changes. Even I can feel the overpowering pressure she's aiming at the spearman without looking up from her teacup. Yeah, oi, stop it. While acting innocent, Lancer freely pours from the pot of tea. I haven't stooped low enough to turn my spear against the customer. I'd get canned again, which I'd rather avoid if possible. You should take your job seriously. And that I do. I'm a diligent soldier. Wagging your tail for your employer is the only skill you have. Yeah. Hold on. It's best if you don't mix anything in. Keeping her stiff expression, Castor brings the cup to her lips. Then her expression softens in surprise. Her ears twitch again. It's good. It's true. This is... Wow. No wonder it's so pricey. Right? What'd I tell you? He gives a self-satisfied smile. The tea swirling inside the cup has a very dark copper-like color. It's also completely transparent. There's barely even a hint of bitterness in the flavor as well. There's even a slight sweetness. But this, it's actually better without milk. The flavor is the very essence of tea. The malicious aura surrounding Castor dissipates as she lets out a sigh and relaxes her shoulders. The background sounds return. Oh, that's right. That's what I need to be looking at. And by the way, it's my first time meeting your master, but I recognize the lady he's sitting with. Huh? She's my fishing pal, after all. She mostly does the eating, though. So that's why. Embarrassed, I bury my face in my hands. Sounds like her, thieving tiger. Sorry, I'm an accomplice. Hey, lad. It's about time you fill me in. What's going on with all this? I give a brief recount of running into Castor and the circumstances leading us to tailing Fujini. I get it now. That's how it is. Castor's right to be worried. Your understanding is appreciated. However, that has an unpleasant persuasive power coming from you. Alright, then I guess I'm off to do a bit of snooping. Wait, Lancer? Come on now, investigation services on the house. He's playing detective. Oh, I'm already out of seals? Oh no, that's right. Toss goes up. How about another serving of tea? You mean, please, it was very delicious. But are refills included? On this day of the week, at this time, we offer refills to customers wearing stripes. Huh? Stripe service? Yeah. That's too bad. Next time you wear stripes too, Sensei. Indeed. Souichirou, your underwear is striped! Forget it. Really, I don't think he needs you to tell him. Excuse me, but have the young wife and I met before? Why? That's not. Oh my. Oh, did I jump on to the wrong conclusion? You met each other just like a pair of teacups. I was sure you were a couple. You hear that? Oh, jeez. What'd it do? Holy shit. That woman. The table. You're stabbing the table. Get away. That weird blade away. The state of emergency, Fujini. Requesting heavy support ASAP. The table's not much more than kindling now. Hey, wait a minute. Could you possibly be Mr. Alohasher? Ah, it seems you finally noticed. Wow, you're completely different. I could barely recognize you. An acquaintance of yours? Yeah, I'll introduce you. We often meet at the wharf and he shares the fish that he catches with me. He's an amazing fishing expert despite the shirt. Ah. You speak too highly of me. It seems you don't have any fish today. Ah, is it because you're not wearing the shirt? That would be because I'm in the middle of my shift. And by the way, the shirt has nothing to do with the fishing itself. With that, Lancer and Fujini start talking about the different kinds of black porgy caught in the harbor, enthusiastically discussing different methods to gut them and drain the blood. The complexions of nearby customers turn pale in an instant. And thus, another job was lost. Sorry, pal. Eventually, the young waitress we met earlier pokes Lancer in the back and leads him back to the restaurant's interior. Oh no. Brother man, I am sorry we brought you into this. And so we wait a few minutes. Lancer makes his way back to our table, smiling brightly. I got cans! Alright, I think I got the gist of things now. Really? Kinda looked like you were getting yelled at back there. Just a little. Well, it's like this. Bending over again, he brings his face close to Castor's. If you be quiet and watch carefully, everything will clear itself up. Obviously, it'll take more than that. She hits the tip of Lance's nose with the menu. You saw through me, huh? Indeed, I know your type especially well. Ooh, I actually have a good nose for sniffing out the intentions of others. But to be honest, I have no flippin' clue what that weird lady's thinking. He forcefully asserts this. But Kuzuki's another matter. I think I got him figured out. You didn't get a single word out of him, though. Even so. Tell me what you found out. Let's see. Well, he's the type who's happy being used by women. Oh, brother. You are not saying the right words. He's acting too helpful. Acting listening to selfish requests and opening his wallet so easily. Unhappiness feels good to him. He's some kind of masochist. Sure, you're a man and a woman, but your relationship first and foremost is that of master and servant. That's some freaky stuff, right? What are you looking at me for? Castor bites her lip and turns away. Nobody asked you. Oh? You mad? I'm simply ashamed of myself for lending an ear to your nonsense. Hush. I'm just talking about this rumor I heard about you playing a being married couple in Ryudo Temple. Wait. She turns to him, her anger showing on her face for a brief moment. However, she falters, turning her face away again. Is that really the release? Did I set it that hello? Interesting. Actually, hold on. No, it's too late. She was probably about to say we're not playing, but she wasn't able to. If she sees this, Lancer keeps as if he sees this, Lancer keeps going. Give it up. The bonds between people ain't some tangible thing. It's best not to take them seriously. Lancer, are you trying to throw the Kuzuki household into disorder? Hey now, don't make that face too, man, man. It? Lancer scratches his head, disheveling his hair. My bad. I guess the way I put it was kind of crude. My point is to take it easy. You don't need to get so worked up over the whole married couple thing. They'll just be tired all the time. Yeah. You finally got some time to play around. You make the same mistake again, you gonna be able to recover from that? Lancer! Well, listen. Even if I've been a married man, the father of a child, too. Sorry. Larry, let me read it that one. Well, listen. Even I've been a married man, the father of a child, too. Although those were not the same relationship. People have all kinds of different ways of thinking. You can learn a lot from listening to them. Just for argument's sake, let's say he's having an affair. Oh, you know what? No. Just for argument's sake, let's say he's having an affair. Everyone makes mistakes. Something gets you worked up and you find yourself wanting to cut loose and forget about it. If you did that, you being the way you are now, you'd never forgive it. Hell, who knows what you'd do? But would you really let go of everything over one mistake? That's one fragile relationship. A strong couple, then, is one who can compromise on anything? Exactly. Growing branches are real flexible, which makes them strong. Beat the storms, no snow can break them. Let's say you have a lake and build a little dam. If a little water gets through now and then, it's not going to dry up the lake or bring the sky falling down on you. Seems Lancer is encouraging her in his own way. That said, a drawback of having 3 people talking while ducking alone clinging to a table is that it's impossible to create a serious atmosphere. Your partner also has to let off some steam once in a while. So even if you would have an affair, it shouldn't matter. It seems to be your partner seems. I'm gonna pretend the last 10 seconds didn't happen. Your partner must also have to let off some steam once in a while. So even if you were to have an affair, it shouldn't matter. That seems to be your excuse. However, even you have sacred oaths that you can never yield, do you not? Though perhaps you think those only exist between men. Sacred oaths, huh? Sure, I had a few of those. The unbreakable kind and all. The thing about those, though, is that you're not meant to think too hard about them. You keep them and that's it. Questions about whether they're right or wrong are best saved for your deathbed. Lancer speaks of ties that bind, which cannot be yielded to another. He's saying that these are not something to be analyzed, but something to accept and abide by in silence. It's already been an hour? What the fuck? This is the biggest difference between this spearman and a certain bowman. Both are obliging people, but the latter points out every error in an attempt to help others improve. The former approves even of the errors and helps by covering for them even without saying a word. Personally speaking, I like Lancer's way of doing things better. How has it already been an hour? No matter how many I've lived before now, this is the only life I have. Oh, okay, never mind. No matter how many I've lived before now, this is the only life I have. One such as yourself, who lives like a vagabond without an established master, will probably never feel truly alive. Well, maybe. Life's a cycle, after all. That aside, those 2 over there seem ready to start the main event. Just as he says, when I take a look over her, I can see Fujini clumsily propping up her elbows on the table and locking her fingers together. He's a sentry and a scout prodigy after all. No matter the situation, his eyes are always alert. By the way, about why I brought you here. I really appreciate you coming here today. There's actually something I want to discuss with you, Kuzuki-sensei. How do you feel about me as a woman? Uh, Fujini! With a dull sound, Castor grips Lancer's ear fiercely. Lancer looks like he's screaming, but no sound is coming out. His piercing is going to be ripped out, and it's a relief I'm not sitting beside her. I can't believe I said that. My apologies. There must have been a better way for me to say it, but you know me. I'm sorry, really. It was a bit sudden, I know, but I'd really like to hear how you honestly feel. How I feel? Yeah, it has to be you. I give. What said I give? Hey, Cassie. It's being torn right off. Cassie's eyes are wide open, but somehow a worried Somehow my worried face and Lance's image consorted in agony aren't in her field of vision at all. He's trembling all over. I don't quite understand. Could you please walk me through from the beginning?
That's right. I'll tell you. Jeez, I keep doing that.
Fujini slaps her cheeks and downs her tea in one gulp. That's right. I'm begging you, Fujini. Please calm down. Lance's ears, life hangs in the balance.
The truth is, the other day I had a consultation with a student. It was a girl. Love troubles, you could say. I've had these kinds of discussions in the past before. It's definitely not the first time. Though it doesn't happen regularly either. Well, of course I felt honored as a teacher that she would come to me for something like that. Giving it my best my own way, I listened patiently and then thought things through with her.
I'm a little relieved the conversation we're hearing seems to be moving away from the worst case scenario I was imagining. Castor has released her hold on. Oh, I see. He's on the floor now. Castor has released her hold on Lance's ear, and he's now squatting on the floor, clutching the side of his head. Oh, pitiful spearman. Be thankful you still have both your ears.
But you know, the other times they were really thankful, so I guess I kind of got full of myself.
Meaning you weren't successful.
Yeah. It's not as though she went so far as to hate me, but even when I talk to her now, she no longer confides in me like before. It's like she had lost faith in me.
I won't say a word of this to anyone.
Thank you.
Fujini's starting to tear up a little. Something like that happened? I never knew.
And ever since then, something she said to me has long been weighing on my mind. I thought maybe this time I'd be the one asking someone else for help. Well, it's pretty pathetic of me, though.
What were you told?
Well, that girl said to me, "You don't have a boyfriend, and it's not like you're divorced either. There's no point in talking to you."
Meaning you can't give good advice with poor life experience.
Right.
So then she singled out Kuzuki for some dangerous adult fun. And now she's ready to try a hand at steamy life of adultery. Way to go, lady. The blade of a knife suddenly appears just under the nose of Alancer's self-satisfied face. How would you like those two nostrils to become one?
I agree that I'm really inexperienced, but you know. And she said something else. This one really hit home. Since you like everyone and everyone likes you. Since you like everyone and everyone likes you, you wouldn't understand. No one's ever told you I don't really think anything about you, right? You can't even imagine someone avoiding you, right? That's what she said. I know what it's like to. I know what it's like somebody, whether it's about a boy or a girl. But what she wanted to say wasn't that, but.
If not like, then hate or nothing at all. She was looking for a clear decision without any middle ground.
Well, if you want to be blunt about it, that's right. That kind of thing isn't part of my life. Here in Fuyuki City, no, maybe all of Western Japan, I might be the last person who'd ever have anything to do with romance. No, that's not.
I can't promise I'll be helpful.
That's it. There are plenty of other teachers with experience dealing with romance, but for them, it's forgive me, something in the past. I'm a bit uneasy about asking them for help when I'm not sure if they can. Y- You know, relate. That's how I do it. Okay. She must not have wanted them to treat her worry as something that she could get over with time. Maybe the student who asked Fujini for help felt the same way. I think she should have some more self-confidence in that, but... Kuzuki-sensei, you've only just gotten married. In other words, I should mean pretty much nothing to you.
Caster nods strongly. Lancer's nodding his head along with her. Thanks to that, he still has 2 nostrils.
Focus on this one. Yep. So that's why today, I want you to tell me what it is about me, not as a teacher, but as a woman, that makes you have no interest in me. I know I'm already aware that this is a completely unreasonable request, but you're the only one who seems like he would be serious, who put serious thought into this. You see, I have this idea that there's lots of reasons behind why someone might not like anything, not think anything about someone. Like, she's rude, or she has no fashion sense, or she eats too much, or she eats and then just falls asleep, or she's a tiger. So, sorry. I'm just rambling endlessly on my own, aren't I? Would you like some tea?
Yes. That's just Kuzuki-sensei being his quiet self. But more importantly, that's a tough question indeed. Fujini calls over a waitress and orders another one of the strange teas. When I turn my line of sight back to in front of me, Castor, now free of her suspicions, is wearing an expression as clear as like autumn weather. Lancer, on the other hand, has a sober look on his face, as though trying to work through Fujini's difficult problem. Interesting.
Souichirou-sama?
Hello? There it is.
You could have just said you were going to assist a colleague with her troubles. I can keep a secret. Jill, that's so kind to be looking out for a coworker.
I wonder. What?
We have no need for laundry pool salesman.
Who's doing that? Is he leaning into the bit? Bamboo poles for sale. As if my spear ain't something to dry your underwear on. There it is.
But we still can't be sure it's just about hearing her troubles. You mean there's something else?
Dunno. Really not a clue.
Seems like a frank conversation.
Who knows where it might lead? Eh? Eh? Hmm.
You just like riling people up, don't you? Are you sure you don't want to say, I told you so in hindsight? Are you sure you just don't want to say, I told you so in hindsight?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Ha ha ha. Anyway, there aren't a lot of men who would answer Fujini's question easily. Assuming they don't hate her, they'd at least hold back a bit. To begin with, why don't I see this simple neighbor as a romantic interest? That's just not something people normally think. It's true. It's not something they're even conscious of in the first place. 4 turns, wow. The girl who asked Fujini for advice was making a pretty tall order, seriously. So for someone to be able to answer it, they'd have to have a lot of life experience. The presence of mind to look at themselves objectively. The honesty, or maybe cruelty, to point out another person's flaws to their face. Something like that? The only man I know who fits that description is Kuzuki Soichirou. Or maybe Lancer? Oh, hey, yeah. Lancer. Absolutely not. I'd have to be Kuzuki-sensei after all, I guess. Well, even still, it's normal to be anxious that the person you're talking to might hate you or not want you around. As long as they're not extremely self-centered or extremely naive, like a certain somebody, maybe it would end up as a shock therapy for that certain someone. Taking a sip of his fresh tea, Kuzuki-sensei sternly speaks up. I still have my doubts whether I am the correct person to ask, but if you feel so strongly about it, I will try to answer.
Please.
As you have said, I have no interest in you whatsoever.
Yeah.
Castor strikes a small, triumphant pose. Oh, Castor strikes. I also have no feelings of desire towards you, Fujimura Taiga. Furthermore, I believe it would be impossible for me to ever see you as a target of romantic interest.
Yeah.
Fujini's having a hard time as expected. A little funny. Beside the triumphantly beaming Castor, Lancer is shaking his head with a disgusted look on his face. Is he just like firmly disagreeing with Kuzuki? Like he's like, how could you not? Or something like that. Or was he really hoping there was adultery? Which would also be really fucking funny. Ooh, what's that? Oh shit, I got the shield. Let's fucking go. Yeah, baby. Yes. Anyway, can't do those. Don't need to do those. Okay. I would not mind socializing with you, but only as coworkers. Ouch.
Right.
Fujini visibly shrinks. Please have mercy already. It hurts. Just listening hurts more than I expected. That is how I thought.
Thought? You thought?
Lancer rises abruptly as he hears this. There's a fiery glint in his eyes. As I thought, he likes this kind of stuff after all. I am not interested in people in general. Not their joy and suffering in life, nor what others think of themselves, nor whether someone loves or hates me. That love bit kind of hurts. But, I mean, sure, man, whatever. At the most, all that concerns me whether someone is dead or not. Fujini's voice can be heard over the entire store as she leans heavily on the table.
But don't you have a wife?
Yes, I am married, but it was not a marriage of love. Ouch. Bro, she's right here. You know she's right here. I know you know she's right here.
Then it was a marriage interview? Or maybe your family forced this marriage on you?
If I were to say, it was like an arranged marriage. However, rather than being forced upon from one side, it was more accidental. I fearfully look at Castor. Her head is tilted downward to the point where her facial expression, concealed beneath her bangs, can't be seen. Fortunately. Even Lancer flinches away a little. Fujini, who sounds like she's reciting a Kenja Miyazawa poem, interesting, takes a deep breath and somehow manages to calm herself. She inquires again, with a still tremulous voice.
Do you think you could explain?
Even being indifferent to other people, I am able to live. In my class, I teach that the human being is a creature that cannot live alone. However, it is only within the context of modern society's system of mutual security. In practice, if you look at it from an individual standpoint, you don't need others. There are tools or objects. There's no need to think of others as being humans like yourself. For example, A solitary predator claims its own territory, mates with the most efficient partner to leave offspring, and drives the mate from its territory. In some cases, it kills the mate. What are you fucking talking about, bro?
I've heard that female spiders eat the male after mating.
That is a textbook case of using the opposite sex for survival. Can a relationship where both parties simply use the other to attain the most efficient result be called love? If you lose the favor of the partner you work with, wouldn't you still be able to make a living?
I suppose so. Considering your partner is an individual isn't always necessary. You would still be able to live.
Yes. If you simply want to live, you can do that on your own.
Yeah.
I return my gaze and am dumbfounded by what I see. Lancer's moving his finger towards the brooding caster's bangs, all while smiling teasingly. Bro, you are going to lose that finger. No, no way. This is beyond morbid fascination. Is he planning on unleashing hell here? I lean forward to try and prevent any reckless actions. I reach out, but it's too late. And in the next moment, a fingertip slips into place and raises her bangs. And what appears doesn't look upset at all. What appears is a firm set of blue eyes. It's a gentle smile full of confidence.
That's no good.
Virginia stands up abruptly, shaking her chair.
You have to cherish your wife.
Her face is turning red and she flails her arms. The tiger has appeared.
I've never met her before. But I've seen lunchboxes you were eating in the staff room. It wasn't extremely well made like my Shirou does it. But, well, if I had to say, well, it didn't look very good. Or there was a real issue with its quality. But it was something she poured her heart into. I can tell because I can't cook either. Wait, I'm not trying to say that she's not being helpful to you. Besides, I heard from Shirou about how she's a foreigner, but she's still trying her best to get used to Japan, about how elegant and graceful you two are together.
Sensei, please put your cup down. If it spills, you might burn yourself.
Oh, sure. Sorry about that.
Virginia tilts her head in confusion.
What the? Is this turning into one of those lovey-dovey stories where you leave your wife and move on to me?
No.
I'm sorry. Is that so? Of course it is. Jeez, everything I say is so thoughtless. But, phew, what a relief.
I am the one who should be sorry. I was unsure how to explain it. My way of speaking was too roundabout. Kuzuki-sensei straightens his back, lifts his hands from his lap, and clasps them on the table. Shining faintly on his ring finger is a silver ring. Honestly, I don't have the words to answer your question directly.
Then what you said a moment ago...
That was simply what I believed in the past.
Yeah, I had a feeling. I see.
You may be experiencing anxiety over being, as your student pointed out, single. Recognizing what you lack, you wonder whether or not you can continue as a teacher, whether or not you can come to terms with yourself. I believe that may be what troubles you. If that is the case, I as well have anxiety. What should I do as a man with a wife? What are the expectations of those around me? How should I treat other women? These matters are not clear to me. The reason I began thinking of such matters was for no other reason than meeting my wife. We have no past with each other. From the beginning, we simply existed in the form of spouses. There was an expression that started with a form. That is it exactly. Thinking back now, I was saved by that form. I was hollow inside, with nothing to support me.
But you love your wife now, right? Are you really not gonna answer that?
I am sorry. I do not understand my own feelings. Or rather, it is that I try not to have faith in them. That is something I should not do. For this reason, it is not possible for me to speak clearly of my own opinions.
Huh? So it's no good to have faith in yourself?
No, don't worry. It's just one of my few beliefs. Well, I cannot definitively express this in words because of that rule, but... Kuzuki Sensei coughed softly. Feelings are foolish, idle things. Right now you may feel strongly about something. To have those feelings wither by the next day would not be unusual. As such, perhaps there are also feelings that one can only become aware of with the constant repetition of days. Perhaps there are things that can develop, not by clinging to a fleeting moment of passion, but by living in close proximity to another. Perhaps someday even my hollowness will change. Yes, that is what I believed. It might even be called a weakness. If one has nothing to protect, nothing to lose, then one cannot be defeated. However, that is merely being alive and nothing else. It is akin to being dead. Even if I do not say it, my wife and I are a couple. I'm not a capable person, so I maintain the form of a couple. I am not a capable person, so maintaining the form of a couple requires all my effort. I am not talkative, so I most likely look for a calm person, but I still feel anxiety in front of my students as you do. However, to understand one's own imperfections and to continue to work one's hardest is nothing to be ashamed of.
Yeah, so it's a fight until the day I become a splendid teacher?
Well, I suppose this does apply to martial arts. Perhaps in this short life, the path to teaching others will be an endless road. I think it is a reliable attitude to continue devoting oneself tirelessly to study without losing one's head in pride. That is all of the story that I am able to tell you, Fujimura-sensei. It is an unpleasant tale, but if this helps you overcome your feelings of inferiority, I am satisfied. As he says this, Kuzuki-sensei lightly bows to Fujini. Fujini's eyes begin to fill with tears.
You're so refined. I want to get married. Thank you very much. You gave me an amazing energy boost. And I'll be rooting for you too.
Fujini suddenly bows deeply, banging her head and arms on the table. That lady sure is a riot. Lancer laughs without a care in the world.
She can be a riot somewhere far away from Souichirou-sama.
This one is laughing as well, but she is most likely seething with rage inside. Well, he's an honest man after all. I knew from the start.
Lancer, your luck ranking has just been updated from E to F-.
What? Don't be foolish.
You're paying for the tea since you were such a bother, whisper.
What?
So as not to be noticed, we slip out from the front entrance. But that was just impossible. We stealthily creep across the floor towards the washrooms and tumble out from the narrow window, thus putting an end to our surveillance mission. Looks like I caused some trouble for you as well.
Oh, looks like I caused some trouble for you as well. I smiled bitterly while dusting off my pants.
No kidding.
I was happy to see Fujini acting like a teacher, though.
That was acting like a teacher?
Castor shrugs, but she really does look content.
Be sure to serve her the largest dinner possible to fatten her up.
Yeah, I will. And you too. Don't be so mean to Issei. Issei?
Can't guarantee anything. I am a witch after all. What's wrong? Your eyes are bulging.
Oh, shit! Totally forgot about Issei!
You had an appointment? Oh well. I'll help smooth things over for you.
Sorry. Shame. All the debt she owes has instantly gone back to zero.
After I see Castor off, I recall the image of Lancer as a waiter. I had the impression that he was going to have some trouble at his part-time job early on, but somehow I get the feeling that this one could last a while.
Interesting.
Did I forget about his toy shop stint?
I don't know, man. Whatever.
Oh, cool.
Do I get a... Yeah, normally there'd be a thing, but I guess not. Oh well. Final night. We skip that again.
And that's a loop.
Boy, I was right to to cut that off last episode.
That was almost a full hour and a half.
I don't think. No.
Although I do wonder what I could do.
Oh, you know what? Just in order to try to kind of push us along to a cool 130. Let's see if we can. Yeah. So I'm not gonna read any more of the stories, I guess. Let me put it this way: I am not gonna start a new loop because I have other things that I want to be doing. But what I will do, let's try and read some of these emos. I have 4,000 yen. What's the most expensive? That's very small. Hold on. Let's go for the most expensive ones first. Oh, that's just casual clothes. That is, yeah, that's nice. That's good. It's like a wrap. It's like a jacket over a wrap. That's cool.
Castor design drawings, wife schematics.
The note says this was designed by Koyama Hirozaku, the head of graphics and biggest caster level among the staff. Good taste. Oop shit.
This is the most elaborate of all the design concepts. This must be the power of love.
It is good that we were able to see her with the hood removed and hollow. Yeah, I do like the... Yeah, it's good.
Well, it's doubtful they were able to stay true to the original image, though. According to the headcanon of the Great Chief, Castor discovered this denim bolero jacket in Kuzuki-sensei's old wardrobe and remodeled it without permission.
Interesting. I don't think he would wear that, but it's very interesting to know.
Quite skillful, isn't she? Although, I don't think Kuzuki-sensei has ever even noticed that happened. How pitiful, to be troubled even by clothes. Sorry, that was a joke. It appears as though she did it to match with Kuzuki Souichirou. If that is so, Casta is surely satisfied. Rin and I are connected by having outfits given by Kotomine as well. Oh, is that where these came from? It's a disgusting thing to say. Oh, no, that's right. Rin gave her casual clothes to Saber, but she got those clothes originally from Kotomine. Clothing bears no sin, regardless of how it came to be. I quite like the feeling of being connected with you. You're welcome. Yeah, yay! I love these little fucking minis. They're so funny. The production director's Caricature Series Part 2. Their cuteness is indeed remarkable, but why is there a character from some other game in here as well? Who are you talking about? Oh, are you talking about Castor? Castor? My sincere apologies. He looks so young that King Arthur never fails to deliver the finishing blow. Could it be that the programming director's, Bianchi was the model for number 1? Bicycle that, writers, writing Ozaki style? Interesting. I think there was another 1,000 yen. There is. And the last 1,000 yen I have. Hey! What could she possibly have to say to her? The clock tower's female prodigy and noble mage, Luvia Gelida Edelfelt. Now that I say it again, that name sounds like some sort of new autumn cake. I was just thinking that I actually really love the way Nasu names his characters. And I particularly really like Luvia Gelida Edelfelt. It's just an absolute fucking nothing name. It's based on absolutely fucking nothing. Just like that is a name pulled from the void. So great. Anyway. The anticipated new character. When I showed 2 designs to the person in charge, one with sleeves and one without, use both was the response. And that is how the sleeve tearing scene was born. Was she always blushing like that? The selling point of the design was the orange hair and white boots, is what the original designer says. Are there white boots? So that drunken rambling was the reason I was thrown around? I mean, that's just unreasonable. Come on. Now, don't get so excited. Miss Luvia is surprisingly accomplished in pro wrestling. That was part of her original character concept. Your fate to get thrown around will not change one bit. What are you so happy about? It's just that with her, I think it's only natural that she would eventually come to the conclusion of a removable sleeve dress. In what parallel world is that a solution? Well, in a way, it could be. Actually, when looking closer, your relationship is one where hatred comes out of a similarity. Friendship could be born out of all of that competitive tossing around. No. Such a hollow friendship. I will not permit it. Some general advice to end with. Don't speak ill of someone who might one day have your back. No. Does she have white boots? I never noticed. Let me see the ammo again. Yeah, I guess she does have white boots. Is it going to play the scene again? Yeah. Alright, I'm out of money now, so that makes a cool an hour 30, so wow. A whole episode with just one scene. Yeah, that was
It was a good call of me to be like, let's cut it here. How late was, not late, but like how long was the other episode? Hold on. I just look into this other one. In the meantime, I haven't played it yet because so apparently with this newest update, Star Rail has officially added the fake characters, the fake collab characters in, and oh, yeah, interesting. Nope, that's the wrong one. Added in the fake collab characters in, and really interesting. And I'm getting a lot of people, friends that I know on Discord, and people that I see around, talking about their roles for Saber, and I'm like, oh man, I guess I should get back to it. And I have it re-downloaded, like an addict. But like I'm just so used to all the free time that I have now that I don't have to worry about ZZZ and now that I don't have to worry about ZZZ and Star Rail. That's what it is. Hawkeye was what was throwing me off. So I'm kind of hesitant to like jump back in, especially with all the other shit going on right now. And like, I have well, I guess I don't have a little free time, but like, I so cherish the free time that I have. But also, I'm really curious to see what that Ataraxia, that collab is all about. Man, apparently, okay, this is getting into a game that I guess I technically have played it on the channel, but like, yeah, not really what we're doing here. But apparently, I forgot his class. Archer, there it is. It's only the only thing anyone ever calls him. Apparently, Archer is the welfare, so you get him for free. But also he is really top tier when partnered with Sparkle, who I just so happen to have a couple copies of, and the fully leveled Lycone and all this other stuff to make her good. So like, I have really good reason to go out and pick him up because like, I like Sparkle. She's cool, and she is his best in slot. So I guess that's what I'm going to be doing. Although part of me is like, don't worry about anything else that's going on. Just go through the story. I don't know, man. Sometimes I think part of what is such a big bummer about going through, and kind of why I'm dragging my feet on going through Star Rail so much, is that like, I don't know, man. I'm not going to blame it entirely on the voice actors thing, because that's not really their fault. It's more like a contract thing going on with SAG-AFTRA, and how the SAG-AFTRA, the whole union is like kind of views. Okay, I have no way to directly prove this is a true thing that I'm about to say, so take it with like a huge grain of salt. Like don't even pay attention really. But apparently, like, the union as a whole doesn't really kind of respect its voice actors and doesn't really see it as like major work. And you can kind of see it because SAG-AFTRA is like a kind of like a Hollywood union. You kind of go there when you're like an actor, because that's where if your profession has a union, it's just a good idea to go enjoy that union, because it's basically better benefits and stuff. And you pay your union dues and whatever. But stories that I've heard from like voice actors who have gone from acting into voice acting or vice versa always personally seem to paint a picture of like it's just completely uneven and like I don't know, man. I'm not really qualified to be talking about it, but like it just feels kind of and the fact that like, oh, this is a fun, I enjoy hanging out with this character. Oh, like half of their stuff is basically, I don't know. Maybe I should just suck it up and listen to the Japanese voice acting. I kind of need to practice Japanese and pick up some vocabulary, but like they always say that you probably shouldn't do that too in regards to like anime and stuff because it leads you with like a really weird accent that makes it very noticeable that you're like a foreigner. Anyway, I don't know. Maybe someday soon I'll be like, oh, here's my saber rolls. Ooh. Also, apparently Lancer is like extremely hinted that he's gonna be playable too. If he is, I hope that he's like a wind character. I hope he's a wind hunt character. I hope he has absolutely no overlap with Fei Xiao, but I hope he's a wind hunt character. Just because I think that would be the most fitting for him. Because it's big single target damage, and I think wind fits him really well. And I don't think anything, and I don't know what else it would be. Maybe fire hunt. Get some of that Cascu stuff in. I don't know. Whatever. This has already gone on for way longer than I needed it to be. Anyway, hope you guys have a lovely rest of your day, rest of your week. If you're following someone, make sure you don't have somebody with you who will make you yell at them, because that can give away your position. But make sure you guys take care of yourselves. And I will catch you guys later. Bye-bye now. Where's that mouse? There it is. Yep.